Salam alaikum, alaikum salam, Tata Matamba. Just made a video on Palo Mayombe, divination within Palo Mayombe. Decided to come out here, before I cut out the lights, enjoy the cigar, and make a little short video about the precautions before divination and after. Many houses, if you're a woman, you can't be on your menstrual cycle. Some can, some don't. Stick with the lineages, but most houses, if you're a woman and you're in your menstrual cycle, you can't go in the room. The Tata won't allow it, or the Yaya won't allow that. Another precaution, right, before divination that you guys might see is sexual intimacy. And if you're a balero, right, or an engangulero, how they say nowadays, some houses are 7 days, 3 days prior before you can go inside the room. And most of all, that's why many houses, they do the divination outside. They take their empaca or an encuyo and whatever tool they're using to do the divination there. And another good one, because many people do divinations over the phone, but at least within our lineage, when we do a reading, because mine most of the time are all physical, I need to come here. The symbol, right, the money, what do you have to do, so the exchange of money, right, doesn't bring negativity also. I have to do something to the money. Do you guys do that or not? You're gonna see some Tata, some practitioners do that. Some might not even care because it's over the phone or Zelle or Cash App, which is fine, right? To each his own. But the most one that I'm trying to emphasize to everybody is after divination, right? Very, very important, because there's always hospitality, right? You're gonna give them traditionally cafe, or tea, or crackers, or tostada, something. You always give something because it's hospitality. They'll use the bathroom, just that. They'll go to divination, they'll leave eventually. But once they leave, it's very, very, very important that you do spiritual hygiene. Do you clean your house after? Many houses, they clean it with, horse tails, or, masaman, bakimbansa, spiritual water. Some might use sage, or others, a lot of houses do use the coconut, roll the coconut around, which is very, very important, because, la casa se te carga, especially in Palo. All the negativity and all the problems that people have, they'll come into your home and they'll dump them there. And that's where your children and your wife and your family's at. So it's very, very, very extremely important that you keep up your spiritual hygiene. In the future, I'll be going over the difference between divination, the structure within the chamalongo, lo'i, amputo, right, the 4 coconut shells, the difference between the structure of divination or consultation and day-to-day questions and interacting on how to open the rituals, how to close them. How do we interpret the difference? Because it's not the same, kind of like when we are doing a consultation and when we are doing a ritual or this or that. Very different, right? Things overbleed on each other, but it's very, very, very important to differentiate the two. It's not the same speaking at your job than when you're at home speaking to somebody else, or when you're speaking to an elder and when you're speaking to your friend. Two different things. They both bleed into each other, but there's a difference of communication and knowing what to say and when not to say and who you're speaking to, which is very, very important. And most of you guys, have the Scrolls of Time, have the book, and that's where most of the base of all these videos are going to start coming out of. I'll go ahead and leave you guys with Singa Dikana Ninga Katu Bukako. Always uphold our tradition by making the right decisions for our tradition. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam. Thank you for your time.